Hello everyone, I'm Karki Gupta, Faculty of Psychology in SRN International School, Jagatpura. Today we are going to learn about the topic Assessment Methods of Psychological Attributes, which is part of Chapter 1, Variations in Psychological Attributes of NCERT Class 12. If you have watched my previous videos, you must be knowing what are psychological attributes. So, the next step is to understand the assessment of various psychological attributes. Assessment is the first step of understanding the attributes. It is the measurement of psychological attributes of individuals and their evaluation, often using multiple methods as standards of comparison. The assessment may be formal or informal. Informal, let's take an example. If we say Harish is dominant. So now, based on our perception and assessment of dominance without analyzing any formal technique to measure. Hence, this type of assessment will vary the results from one assessor to another, depending on their opinions, and will be open to subjective interpretation and huge variation. What is formal then? Formal assessment is when we use a defined technique or measuring standards to assess any attribute without letting our own perception change the assessment. It is objective, standardized, and organized. The formal assessment also involves measurement of an attribute with respect to its application in a situation. Let's take the same example. If Harish is assessed as dominant, some interventions might be needed to effect a change in his behavior while dealing with his team at work, etc. Now, let's discuss the various assessment methods used in psychology. The first one is psychological test. It is an objective and standardized test to measure any of the individual's psychological attribute, which can be mental, behavioral, aptitude, etc. As mentioned above. Example, the clinical diagnosis, guidance, personal selection, placement and training. Second assessment method is interview. It involves seeking information on a one-on-one basis. For example, by a counselor from the client. Door-to-door salesmen surveying about a product. Journalists from important political people. Employer, while selecting employees, use these techniques to assess. Third is case study. It is a detailed study of a person in terms of his or her psychological attributes by collecting history, wide amount of data using interview, observation and questionnaire of psychological test methods to assess any of the attributes to draw learnings. Example, case study of an eminent leader to learn about his personality, aptitude, values, etc. Next assessment method is observation. It refers to employing systematic, organized, and objective procedure to record behavioral phenomena occurring naturally in real time. Observation methods are useful to study real events, situations. However, their interpretation can be subjective and a little control of the observer. Example, studying a mother-child relationship by watching them objectively for a certain duration. Next assessment method is self-report. It's a method in which an individual provides factual information about himself or opinions, beliefs, etc. Hope you are very much clear with the topic Assessment of Psychological Attributes. In the next video, I will cover the topic Approaches to Study Intelligence. Till then, stay tuned to our YouTube channel and subscribe it if you have not yet done. Show your support by dropping some comments below the video and sharing the videos with your dear ones. Thank you. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.